I talked about this Avalanche Studios a couple months ago when they announced that they were canceling Contraband because Microsoft was doing all their layoffs and the game that got announced never actually came to fruition or did anything. Well, there's more news. I said Sweet Baby Inc. associated Avalanche Studios, which is behind Just Cause and the infamously canceled Contraband, is shutting down its Liverpool studio and cutting staff in both Malmö and Stockholm. Another major blow to the industry, thanks to Sweet Baby Inc. Contraband was originally listed on the SBI website for narrative writing. It says, a studio update from Avalanche Studios Group. In light of the current changes to our business and the industry, we have thoroughly reviewed how to best ensure Avalanche Studios Group's long-term success. This review has led us to the difficult conclusion that we must make changes to our staffing and locations. As a result, we are proposing to close our Liverpool studio and to initiate a collective consultation process as required by UK law. This will impact all Avalanchers in Liverpool. The changes will also impact our other studio locations in Malmö and Stockholm, where we will reduce our workforce and restructure the teams to address our game's needs. Our immediate focus is to offer full support to all Avalanchers during this challenging time. Despite these changes, we remain deeply committed to providing amazing games to our passionate player communities. The first thing that I think of when I read this is, where's all the money coming from? The investors that are pouring infinite amount of money into the studio because they have produced very little to be nice over the years for Avalanche Studios. Very little. They are known for Mad Max being one of their bigger games, Just Cause being one of their bigger games, and they have a few other smaller games as well. But for those games to be what the studio is known for, they have a hell of a lot of offices and a massive game that just got canned by Microsoft during massive layoffs and more studios closing. But yet they're still hanging around. They're not shutting down. How are they still around is my first question. Because when I first started doing research on this, I came to this article from That Park Place. John F. Trent posted this June 4th, 2024, over 1 year ago. Sweet Baby Inc. client Avalanche Studios lays off nearly 10% of its staff and announces closure of its New York and Montreal locations. So this was over a year ago. And then since then, Contraband was announced and since canceled. And now we have an update from Avalanche Studios for more studios closing and no updates on any games at all. And it's got to make you wonder, like, what are they doing over there? What are they working on? Who's paying them? Where's the money coming from? I have so many questions. This comes to us from gamesindustry.biz. They said, Avalanche Studios Group announces closure of Liverpool studio. In addition, the group plans to reduce the workforce in its Malmö and Stockholm studios. This is a fascinating case study because I keep going back to they've been connected at the hip with a lot of stuff that they've been doing with Sweet Baby Inc. And it's like the Sweet Baby Inc. curse is real. People are saying, oh, Sweet Baby Inc. didn't have anything to do with what's happening. Oh, okay. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But I do find it very curious that every time there seems to be a game cancellation and closure, Sweet Baby Inc. is somewhere around to be found. It's just curious. That's all. Avalanche Studios Group has announced it will close its Liverpool studio as well as reduce the workforce at its Malmö and Stockholm studios. The Swedish group, which includes the divisions Avalanche Studios, Expansive Worlds, and Systematic Reaction, and is known for games like Just Cause and Mad Max, had opened its Liverpool studio in 2020. They couldn't even get it off the ground. They opened it during the pandemic of all times to open a studio. And after the pandemic's over is when they close it. My God, what a mess. Avalanche Studios Group published a statement on the website giving news of the studio's closure, as well as reductions in headcount at the Swedish offices. And this is the statement that I read earlier. No details were given on the number of people affected. GameIndustry.biz has contacted Avalanche Studios Group to ask how many people are at risk of redundancy. According to the group's website, it employs over 600 people. Guys, that is a legitimate AAA studio. 600 people in one studio is a lot of people. Like a lot. That's a crazy headcount. Especially if you consider the games that come out. Like people say, oh, Mad Max, that was a good game. Sure, Mad Max is a good game. When did Mad Max come out, guys? 2015. Mad Max came out 10 years ago. I've seen it on Steam sales for pennies on the dollar. So they couldn't be making that much money from Mad Max. Sure, I'm sure they made good money when it first launched, if it was very successful. Sure. Just Cause, okay. Maybe they made some money off Just Cause too. Enough to support years and years of 600 people, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of salary per developer? Are we serious here? The math is not mathing. This is insane. Back in August, Microsoft paused development on Contraband, a co-op heist game being developed by Avalanche. To be clear, they paused it with very little reason to ever think it will ever start up again, by the way, especially based off of the most recent news. Contraband was initially revealed in 2021. At the time, CEO Pim Hove said, "We've had great relationship with Microsoft, and working with a first party has been intriguing as well. Seeing what that actually means in terms of support and getting closer to the hardware." Last year, Avalanche closed its offices in New York and Montreal, which I talked about earlier, resulting in 50 people being laid off. The Montreal office had only been opened a year previously. Guys, the more I'm learning about this, the more I'm like, is this just a money laundering operation? Or is it just boneheaded business decision after boneheaded business decision where they're just blowing money on offices, bringing people in, starting a game, and then canning the game halfway through and being like, yeah, you know what? This isn't working out. And then instead of closing the up shop, they open another studio and try over again somewhere else. And on top of that, they work with Sweet Baby Inc. I'm like, bro, what are we doing at Avalanche? What is going on over there? Also in 2023, more than 100 staff at Avalanche Studios unionized. The following year, Avalanche Studios Group entered a collective bargaining agreement with Swedish labor unions, which was due to take effect in Q2 2025. Oh, and the truth shall set you free. So now we're hearing why they're actually closing it down. Oh, the Swedish labor union agreement that's collective bargaining is going to be starting up right around now, or right around this point. Oh, it's costing us more money. Yeah, you know what? Sorry, we'll work with you guys. We'll try to help you get gainfully employed in the future, but we got to shut down the studio. It's just not working anymore. It's just not. I can't help but think that has a lot to do with why they shut down these studios and why they're laying off so many people. They're using this moment right now as an opportunity to get rid of the people that were unionizing, to say, oh yeah, but it's a shutdown of the office. So there is no recourse. It's not like the union can fight back for better wages or something. It's like, no, the office is shutting down. We don't have the money to pay you. It's over. Congratulations on unionizing. Great idea, everyone. Now you're out of a job. Which, by the way, I've gone on record saying multiple times in the past too, for someone who's worked in the video game industry themselves, there is no need for a union in the game industry. That's not how it works. Sure, it'd be great. You get paid more money. Awesome. But the problem is the work is so inconsistent that you can't guarantee an income flow from a company unless you're a massive, massive behemoth with a game like Fortnite or something like that, with just printing money every day, or Nintendo with their IPs and things like that. But for many companies out there, they cannot afford to have a union come in and be like, oh, these are the demands, these are the extras we have. They have to let people go. They have to do contracts. They can't do it that way. It's just, that's, how do they say? That's show business. And yes, I think unions can be very beneficial in certain walks of life. I don't see them in the gaming industry being beneficial to the game industry. To me, it just seems like people that want to keep a job when there's no work to be done. And it seems like there's a lot of communism mindset, Marxist mindset, where they're entitled to a job if there's nothing to do, and they're just entitled to it. It's like, no, that's not how it works. Eventually, they're going to have to let you go. And what we're seeing right now with Avalanche, I think, proves that. But I got to be honest, guys, between Sweet Baby Inc. and Microsoft and the studio closures with Avalanche, this entire company just strikes me as a complete shit show. It looks beautiful. The office looks amazing. But the leadership, the management, the money, the games that they're making, it's a dog eat dog world, much like everything in this world. It's dog eat dog. If you're not on top, someone else is going to take your lunch. The gaming world is extreme dog eat dog. And if you're not winning, you're losing. And it kind of feels like they were on top for a little bit, especially with Mad Max. It was not long lived. And now they're dealing with the fallout. Locations: Stockholm, Malmö, Liverpool, not anymore. So this is, again, a lot of money that I see. Let's check it. Anything but games. I mean, who wouldn't want to work here? Holy shit, this looks amazing. Oh, there we go. There's the blue hair. Girl boss, girl power. Girl power, man. There's a lot of girl power at this company. Love that. Victor Castillo says, "Where are the games? 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 Sir, this is a Wendy's." Avaland. So they booked this entire. How much money did they blow on this party? Calling it Avaland? Renting out this entire place? Doing all these. Oh my, I could imagine this in itself, just this one, was it 1 day or 1 weekend event, probably cost them upwards of $250,000. Hey, but they got a cool recruitment video out of it. They just don't have any jobs available after they blew it all on this. This is insane. This is exactly the bloat in the game industry that we've been preaching for years now. Here it is. This is what gaming's turned into. Games? What games? Man. But yeah, Avalanche is still around. The next time I talk about them is probably going to be when the entire company shuts down. We'll see when that happens. But for now, we'll leave that one there.